just for here, I'm back to a new Simpsons video, and we are back with a new re-reviewing of my favorite Simpson episodes. And yes, this is a episode that I always enjoyed, especially re-watching it for this re-reviewing. Yeah, I've always enjoyed this episode. One of my favorites in the whole series. And it is, of course, the Brick Like Me. You know, the Lego episode. The episode where they're entirely made out of Legos. Or we have, Homer being trapped in a world of Legos. And yeah, it starts with Homer waking up and Marge. And yeah, in the Lego-like world. And yeah, Santa's little helper grabbing Marge's hand. And she can just get another hand from the drawer. And yeah, the family is wondering, does anything feel a little bit weirder today about The Simpsons? But they realize that Homer's wearing a new tie. That's what is different. They don't even realize that they're made out of Lego bricks. And yeah, Homer is on the phone while driving on the road and ends up running into Krusty the Clown and breaking him into pieces, which, yeah, ends up getting the body parts mixed up. And yeah, Milhouse at school shows that he's got a skunk, which ends up having to chase. And yeah, went through one of the holes and telling groundskeeper Willie, which he goes through and destroys the whole school. And we see this affair with Superintendent Chalmers and Lunch Lady Doris. And yeah, Principal Skinner tells Bart that he's going to rebuild the whole school, brick by brick. And yeah, Homer going to Comic Book Guy to get the Lego set. And yeah, when he grabs it, he has this weird tingle feeling and goes back to the animation style of The Simpsons. And shows him giving Lisa the Lego set. And she's wondering if he would want to build it with her. And yeah, they finish building, and he says that it actually was fun and not boring. He actually enjoyed it. Which, yeah, really good for Homer, I could say, of how he actually enjoyed it playing. And he wished that more parents would do that with their kids. And yeah, then he gets back into the Lego world and had that weird feeling, and so's the no outside realities. And yeah, sign that we see in the comic book store. And yeah, Homer's just telling Marge about the whole thing, and yeah, them just taking each other apart as well, which I just find funny. And Homer looking in the mirror, and he sees his animated self in the mirror. And yeah, then walking past the Quickie Mart as well, and he's yelling. This is savage, but it's pretty funny as well. Of course, Homer is yelling at his animated self. The Lego Homer is yelling at his animated self, telling him to go back to where he came from. But of course, in opposite perspective, Apu thinks that Homer is talking about him. And he's like, he gets angry and shows that, yeah, on the countdown, we see that he was number 18. And yeah, Homer goes to Moe's to try to get some beer, and yeah, it's not exactly what he was thinking. And see Moe, Lenny, and Carl like they are in their animated style. And yeah, Bart is still building the school, and Willie goes to sleep, which gives Bart the opportunity. And so's that, yeah, he has changed the whole school, which has this rock climbing wall, this skateboarding area, zip lining, changing, or having this, which is more still like a gym area, but with basketballs. And Principal Skinner's office is now the spooky forest, and even having 2 tetherball poles. And even using Ralph as a piece of the building. Which then we see them at church. And yeah, Homer then wondering what if there's actually a world, of how there's a world talking about the whole actual style of the Simpsons out there, and showing him his hands, which everybody else can see too. And comic book or Homer's going to comic book guy once again, and goes back in, and yeah, we see Homer and Lisa building the little mini Springfield, and Marge showing them this next week, showing brick stroke Lego thing event that is happening. And later on, Homer is telling Lisa that he built this little Duff factory, and he's wondering where she went. Which, yeah, she's up there with these teen girls, and they're going to go watch their first rated PG-13 movie. And, of course, Lisa's getting embarrassed with Homer in there. And, yeah, Homer feels a little disappointed when realizing that apparently she's going to that movie that falls on the same day as the Lego event. And, yeah, of course, Homer just doesn't know what has happened about how they were going so well. And Homer just goes to the welcome and shows the event sign. And, yeah, Lenny is fighting as well, which Homer was on the phone earlier with Lenny. And, yeah, we see Rod and Todd and Ned building Noah's Ark. And we didn't see Milhouse and Kirk building this Bart. And yeah, we didn't see comic book guys Lego statue. Which, yeah, Homer didn't realize, wishing that he can just live in a world where he could just continue to play with Lisa in a Lego world. And yeah, comic book guys Lego statue end up falling on top of Homer. And that's what caused him to be in this reality, or in this fictional world, where everything is Lego, that comic book guy describes. And yeah, Homer just kicks his head, and he thinks he's going to have some enjoyment with this. And, of course, Marge ain't so sure about this. Marge does have her concerns, really. And Bart building so many different schools, even having more boxes coming in. And yeah, Homer having some tea party with Lisa, and then having the realization that, that he had this whole world, this whole Lego world living in all wrong, and he wants to go back to the real world. Because as an adult, you have to watch your kids go and grow up. And yeah, Homer goes over to Marge and tells him that he has to go back, which shows all the groceries that she bought. And goes back to comic book guy, which saying that he has to go back, and saying that he ain't going to be able to get to the princess box. Because, yeah, he builds this castle and blocking Homer out. And then shows these pirate ships and these ninjas as well, which, yeah, Bart shows this cannon, points this cannon at Principal Skinner, and shows this giant cool robot that Bart builds, and shoots these lightsabers using Principal Skinner to destroy the gate of comic book guy's area. And then the whole robot falling down and destroys the store, and Homer is digging around and finds the Lego box and transforms into his regular self, and Lego Mars tells Homer goodbye. And yeah, Homer wakes up, and yeah, Lisa is there. And yeah, we get a little nod, a little reference to Emmett and Wildstyle as well in the background. And yeah, Homer then telling Lisa of how she can go to the movie with those girls that she was going to go with, because growing up, having to watch them grow up, very touching, I would say. And it just goes just zooms out of Springfield, into space, all the way to the universe, ages 13 billion plus. Yeah, a really good episode that I enjoy in The Simpsons. One of my absolute all-time favorites, I would say, especially with it being having the Lego, right? Being in Lego, and of course being an animated, it's regular style as well, having different transitions from it with it. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know.